Mr. PSRB Shashank, working as Assistant Professor in the Department of Computer Science and Engineering in B.V. Raju Institute of Technology, NASA. In this video, I am going to explain about filter, map and reduce functions. So coming to the first function, if I am saying a function, map function, so I'll start with either you can start with filter, map and reduce. There are three functions. First thing is filter, second thing is map, and third one is reduce function. So why we use filter, map and reduce function? That's the main point. If I am having a list of elements, as we have seen in the previous example, in the previous videos, if I am having list of elements and if I want to square a list of elements, let me show it. Or I'll this function, cubes function, will give me a list of cubes of every elements that are passed. List of cubes of every element that are passed. Now what I'll do, I'll take a function which is called as map function. In the same way, using your lambda function, I'll take a map function. So what I'll do, first one, I'll say elements equal to, so elements equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've taken the same type of elements, same set of elements in order to create cubes of your particular elements. Using which function? I'll start with first function which is called as map function. So how to create? What is the syntax of map function? So syntax of map function, on saying map, you can see it here. It is having two things. First thing is function, second thing is iterables. First thing is function, second thing is iterables. So either you can take a function directly cubes here, or you can create a lambda function on your own. I'll say lambda x see, we got one thing here. We got a function here, lambda x, that's nothing but x power 3. We got a function like this. Now, what is the next thing you need? You need iterables. Where are your iterables? Your iterables are in elements. So, first thing is we got a function. After this, you need iterables. Iterables are there in your elements. So, I'll say cubes underscore 1. See, what happens if I am printing cubes underscore 1? You can see it here. It will give an object of a particular cubes. It is not converting it to a list. Map function will return an object. What we have to do, if I want to convert it, I can directly make it as this. I am type converting that particular map function to list. That means cubes 1, I am converting that map function using lambda and elements to a list. So this gives the same answer as this one. So can I give like this? In place of this one, I'll give in place of that particular one. That's your wish. That depends on your type of input, whichever you give it. But what? Map function takes two arguments. First thing is a function, second thing is iterable. You can say map function as manipulating or addition or modification type of function. In the same way, if I am going with filter function, I'll say, so I'll just give filter. Again, filter needs two types of arguments. First thing is function or none. Second thing is iterable. Function or none. Second thing is iterable. So I'll just give lambda function again. Lambda x. I'll say x is greater than 0. Comma from elements. From which one I am giving? From elements. Again, we need to type convert that to which one? List. If I am not type converting, what happens? Look at this. It is giving me an object of particular thing. See, what do you mean by filter normally? Filter is nothing but based on a particular condition, based on a particular checking condition, retrieving the list of elements from a particular set of elements or list of elements. That means what? If I am taking a condition x is greater than 0, that means this takes one element by one element from list of elements and that checks the condition 1 is greater than 0, 2 is greater than 0, 3 is greater than 0 up to the end of your list. If all the things are greater than 0, then it will give you true or false, like which you can see list of this. If all the things are greater than 0, what is the return value? The number of elements which are greater than 0. So what I'll give? Greater than 1 I'll give. So my answer should be 2, 3, 4, 5. This is my answer here. That means what? Filtering values from a list of elements based on a particular condition. For that purpose, I'll use filter. Map. See, if I'm using the same condition with map, I'll just give. Sir, can I use the same type of condition with map? You can use it. But what happens? It will give true or false. You can check like this. X is greater than 1. 1 is greater than 1. Condition is false. And 2 is greater than 1. True, true, true. That means map is used to modify a particular condition or modify a particular element. Filter is used to filter a list of elements from the given list based on a condition. If I am giving same condition for this, then this will not change any value. This will check the condition and it will retrieve whether those conditions satisfies or not. If I am giving like this, again this will manipulate a particular value and this will give your particular value. So this is about your first thing is map, second thing is filter. How you use a map and how you use a filter. That's the point. You can use map in order to modify a particular list of elements. You can use filter. You can use filter in order to check the condition and retrieve list of elements from a given list or sublist, I can say it. So we have two things here. One is filter, second thing is map. The syntax of filter, again you'll have filter of first thing is function, comma, iterables. So same thing you'll have for map. Map again function, comma, iterables. Map will manipulate. Filter will take the particular elements and retrieve a sublist. So the third thing you have is reduce type of function. Third thing you have is reduce type of function. So what exactly is a reduce function? So I'll just type here reduce. Why we use reduce function? upon seeing reduce, there will be no function which is called as reduce in your Python, but that function will be in your Python libraries, not in directly Python. So from where you need to import reduce? You need to import reduce from, I'll say, from functools, import iter tools. That means in iter tools we have something called as reduce, or you can directly say from functools import reduce. So functools is a module. From that, what is the function I am importing? I am importing reduce. So is it important? You can see it. If it is giving all the elements of like this, then that is important. Previously, if I am giving it as comment and this is giving me, this is not defined, so that's not imported. And then you can see like this. From functools, import reduce. What I'll do now? Reduce function. Reduce function takes how many? First thing is function, second thing is iterable. After that, you can have, first one is it as function, second thing you have it as iterable. First thing you can have it as function, second thing you have it as iterable. Now what I'll do is how reduce function operates. So I'll take list underscore 2 equal to, again I'll say 10. I'll give 5 elements 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. List underscore 2, I am giving how many elements? 5 type of elements. If I want to say first reduce function, I need a function lambda. Okay, I'll take 2 elements. Okay, I'll say x plus 1. What happens if I am printing A? You got an answer 150. So what is happening in the backend? That's your important point. 10 plus 20 is 30, 30 plus 30 is 60 plus 40, 100 plus 50, 150. How it's taking, how it's happening in the backend. If you can see, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here. If I am calculating one by one, how your reduce function takes? It takes first 2 elements. First 2 elements as your first arguments, like this. That means 10 plus 20. 10 plus 20 as first 2 arguments. X plus y, answer is x plus y. And you got an answer. In the next iteration, it takes the next element, 30. In the next iteration, it takes the next element as a set. In the next iteration, it takes next element. That means first x element will be 10 and y element will be 20. 10 plus 20, you got the answer as 30 here. 30 is taken as first element now. X is 30. Y is the next 30. Next element is 30. 30 plus 30. 60 is the next x element and y element is again 40. Like which you can see it here. And you got an answer of 100 here. 100 is the next first x element and the 50 is the next element. That means every time reduce function takes 2 arguments. From those 2 arguments, it will do the manipulation function here. Whatever the function you give it, if I am giving x into y here, it will multiply. See, it's going upon the range. It's going upon the range. If I am giving like this, oh sorry. Okay, you can do it here. 10 into 20, 20 into 30 into 40 into 50. That means what? If I am giving like this, x power y, now you can see it's increasing the limit. Why? Because it is going after your limit. A has a limit. It is an integer. Integer has a limit. So it is going beyond your limit. So I'll just give x into y. 10 into 20, it's 200. 200 into 30, it's 6,000 into 40. 24, 2,40,000 into 50. It's this one. 12 lakhs. That means what? Reduce function takes two arguments. You can see it in your you can see it in your error. Reduce expected at least two arguments, got 0. Sir, if you are saying at least 2, I'll give 3 type of arguments here. I'll just make it as comment. What happens if I'm giving it as 3 type of arguments? Missing positional argument. That means what? It takes how many? It takes only 2. But you are giving how many? You are just giving something called as 3. So you can see it here. So this is about your filter, map and reduce. So first thing is, map function will manipulate a particular list of elements or the elements whichever you will give. List of iterables I'll say. Filter function will check one by one element and filters a sublist from your list. Reduce function, based on the condition whichever you give, will do set of operations in a set manner, x comma y, ordered pair manner, and gives sum of results or product of results based on your condition, whatever the condition you give. So if I am giving a condition x by y, you'll get an answer for that. But it takes in terms of what? X comma y, one by one. If you are giving something called as a modulo division, you can get an answer, x into y. That means this function takes 2 arguments at a time. Based on your particular condition, it retrieves the output. It gives the output. If I am giving x plus y, that means the answer will be 150. 10 plus 20 plus 30 plus 40 plus 50. In this way, it will take in this way. So this is all about your filter, map and reduce functions. Thank you.
Like, share and subscribe. Hit the bell icon for more updates.